Kicking off at number 10, Milantha.
Understood.
Look, I get it. She's a 3-star in a world of 6-star gods, but when some monstrosity I didn't plan for breaks through my line, I don't panic. I have a solution. It's a solution named Milantha. Her stats are so good that dropping her in is the equivalent of pointing at a problem and saying, delete that. She doesn't need fancy mechanics, she just needs a target and a few seconds. She's the embodiment of simple but effective, and that's why she's earned her spot at number 10.
Landing at number 9, it's a 2-for-1 special. I'm talking about both the original 3-star Cruz and her 5-star version, Cruz the Keen Glint. Though a certain turquoise-haired hologram waifu might disagree with this placement.
Excuse me? Are you British? Sure. Oh no. Oh no. Naturally good as not talk to British people. Really outside the people in your mom.
I just love Cruz. That's it, that's the reason. From her British voice to her zero-stress attitude, she's always been a joy to have around. The 3-star was a foundational piece of my early teams. Always reliable, always taking care of business. And the 5-star version? It's just more of a good thing. It's not a replacement, it's a bonus round. They share this spot because together they represent one of my favorite arcs in the game. Pure, simple, and always a welcome sight on the squad.
In number 8, I have Fang.
Give it to me.
I know she's just a 3-star Vanguard, but Fang holds a special place in my roster. She was one of the first operators I got early in the game, and she quickly became a consistent part of my strategy for tackling those initial stages. What I love about Fang is her straightforward reliability. Her skill, Charge Alpha, automatically generates 6 DP each time it activates, which is incredibly helpful in the opening moments of a stage when you're scrambling to deploy other operators quickly. Plus, she can block 2 enemies, giving her just enough utility to hold the line while I set up my defenses. Sure, she might not have the flashy skills or high stats of rarer Vanguards, and she's stuck at Elite 1 max promotion, which limits her late-game potential, but her low DP cost, especially with her lightweight talent reducing it further, and solid DEF, make her a cost-effective choice for certain situations, even later on. For me, Fang represents that early game reliability I still look back on fondly, and that's what landed her on this list. All right, hitting that number 7 spot on my personal favorites list is Spectre. I gotta be honest, I mostly just think she's really cool. I remember when I first got her, I saw that she could hit multiple enemies she's blocking with her whirlwind axe attacks, and I was like, okay, that's awesome. She's been a solid part of my squad for holding down lanes ever since. But her second skill is the real reason she's here for me. It's called Bone Fracture, and it's just completely nuts. When you activate it, she literally cannot die for the duration of the skill. Her HP won't drop below 1, and she gets this massive attack boost. I've lost count of how many times that has totally saved a run for me when a huge wave of enemies shows up. Yeah, she gets stunned afterwards, but it's always worth it. It feels like such a powerful, clutch move. I also kinda dig the whole mysterious vibe she has going on with the other Abyssal Hunters, like Gladia. I don't really follow the deep lore, but I like that she's part of this eerie group of super soldiers from the sea. It just makes her feel more unique. So yeah, Spectre is definitely a favorite of mine. She's reliable, she has a super satisfying oh crap button skill, and she's just got a cool factor that I really enjoy. Landing at number 6 on my list is Lava.
Hurry up.
Now I know what you're thinking. Wow, this guy really loves his 3-stars. And yeah, I really do. There's a lot of charm in their simplicity that I don't always get from a flashier 5 or 6-star operator. And Lava is no exception. She's one of those operators that I just found myself using all the time when I was first building my teams. As a splash caster, her job is really straightforward. She hits multiple enemies at once with her arts damage. I can always count on her to clear out those groups of weaker enemies that like to swarm the lane, which takes a lot of pressure off my other units. Her skill is simple but effective. It just lets her attack faster, which is exactly what you want for that role. She's also really easy to build since she's a lower rarity, which I appreciated a lot early on when resources were tight. And there's something about her design and character that I just really like a lot. She might not be the most complex operator, but she's reliable, she does her job well, and she's been a consistent part of a lot of my clears. For that, she's definitely one of my favorites.
Okay, taking the number 5 spot is Wolfenites, and I have absolutely no shame about this. I am completely, utterly down bad for her. Look, she is perfect. She is the ultimate short stack, and I am 100% here for it. Every time she's on my screen, I'm just like, she could have the worst kit in the entire game, and I'd still find a way to use her. Thankfully, she's also actually really fun to play. She drops these little trap things that you can detonate whenever you want, which is great for setting up big, satisfying moments. But let's be real, that's just a bonus. I'm here for her. She is, without a doubt, the coolest operator in my roster. I am feral for Wolfenite. She is an easy top 5 for me. Sliding into the number 4 spot on my list, Exusai. I got her pretty early on, and she immediately became a permanent fixture on my team. Her role is so straightforward, she just shoots a lot. When you activate her skill, her guns basically become a non-stop bullet hose. and it is incredibly satisfying to watch her shred through enemies. There's something really reliable about that. I don't have to think about complex setups or timing. If something needs to be deleted from the map, she's my go-to. She makes dealing with drones and other annoying enemies so much easier. For me, she's the definition of a workhorse operator. She might not be the flashiest pick for this list, but I appreciate her consistency and raw power so much. She's carried me through so many stages, and that's exactly why she's one of my favorites. All right, landing at number 3, and I know a certain doctor in the comments is going to be very happy about this one.
These niggas talking out of they motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, fuck me, nigga.
It's Gladia. Let me be clear. I don't fully understand the whole Abyssal Hunter thing. I don't know the deep lore, but what I do know is that Gladia is effortlessly, breathtakingly cool. The moment she steps onto the screen, you can just feel it. She has this presence that's just commanding. She's the leader, and you don't need a story summary to get that. And her gameplay? While I don't always need a Hookmaster specialist for every stage, but yeah, she's pretty good regardless, and in most stages I bring her along anyway since she gives a pretty good buff to Spectre. But beyond all that, she's just incredibly designed. Her animations are smooth and lethal, her voice is calm yet authoritative, everything about her screams icon. She's the kind of operator that makes you feel like a strategic genius just for using her. So yeah, for her sheer cool factor, her unique and powerful playstyle, and for making me feel like I know what I'm doing even when I don't, Gladia easily secures the number 3 spot.
Sitting menacingly in the number 2 spot is none other than El Banana herself. Honestly, I like her for a lot of the same reasons I like Gladia, in that she looks really cool, she's got this dark, regal aesthetic to her, and something in her design really gives an intense presence. But more than her design, gameplay-wise, she's an absolute blast. She's a Shaper caster, first of her kind among 6 stars as far as I'm concerned, and summons these little minion things that fight for her and don't consume deployment slots, and it creates a really fun and surprisingly uncomplicated playstyle, where your minions do all the work for you. It also helps me out a bit when I'm worried about deployment order of enemies' attacks, since at any given moment Eblena's minions will technically be the most recently deployed units on the map and take the enemy fire. So, she's super useful and super fun and has a fantastic design, so yeah, this is an easy number 2 spot. All right, we've reached the top of the list, the number 1 spot. And honestly, was there ever any doubt? She's my profile picture for a reason. The one and only Lapland.
Ciao, doctor.
Where do I even begin? Let's start with the obvious. Her aesthetic is absolute perfection. The messy white hair, she looks beautifully, brilliantly unhinged. She oozes a kind of chaotic energy that I am completely and utterly addicted to. Even in her voice lines, she has bottomless personality. And don't even get me started on her gameplay. As a Lord Guard, she can slash through any poor soul stupid enough to cross her path, and since she can deal arts damage, she pretty much doubles as a caster, which is always fantastic, and that makes her pretty good already, but she also has a silence on top of that. You really can't go wrong with her. For me, Lapland is more than just an operator. She's a mood. She's chaos incarnate, raw power, and pure style, all wrapped into one. She is, without a single doubt, my number 1 favorite. It was never even a competition.
What? You guys really thought I'd end a video without plugging the Patreon? Seriously though, I updated the tiers a bit to make it a bit more posh, so if you can afford to help a brother out, that'd be great. But if you can't, don't force yourself to spend on anything you don't want. That's all for today, have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you.